Hey everybody, I'm Robert, Plumbing Solutions. I play the character Mario in the film that you just watched. This is
James here at Plumbing Solutions. And I'm Braxton with Plumbing Solutions.
And I'm Melissa with Plumbing Solutions.
It's been about 2 years since we did a Halloween themed video that included the jetter. Take a look over here. And I've got to tell you guys, we've learned quite a bit over this past 2 years. We attempted to destroy a pumpkin 2 years ago. It was not the easiest, but I'm confident that this year we're gonna prove differently. So let's see what it does. Alright, let's see what it did. So if you can see here, this was a blockage that you had in your sewer line. You can plainly see that that goes all the way through at this point. There's not a blockage that you would have in your sewer line that would be that tough, whether it's roots, grease, or what have you, that our machine can't go through. The head we were just using, we refer to it as the 2 a.m. special, which means that if we have a job that needs to be done at 2 a.m. and we need this line unstopped, quick, fast, and in a hurry, we use this head. And as we can see, the amount of clearing action that it will actually provide. So if we take a look over at the next head that we're going to be running down the transparent line, you can notice that it actually has a point. So if we have any kind of grout or light concrete or anything like that associated with the blockage, we're going to be able to actually chisel it out. And we're going to see what this one does to the pumpkin. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Alright, so it looks like that one went completely through as well. A little bit of penetration there on the back side. But as you can see, if this was a blockage, it would have definitely went through. And again, we don't believe that you would have anything, whether it's roots, grease, or otherwise, that would be as tough as a pumpkin. there you have it.
Alrighty, so if you see this head here, it's got 3 different ports on it to send water through and clean out the pipe. We'd use this one typically after we've gotten out all of the blockage, whether it be grease, roots, or things of that nature. This is basically our last swipe through the pipe to clean it out as much as possible.
Do we use any kind of hot water on this test?
Absolutely, so we do use hot water. We use hot water with this one. We bump that pressure up to about 14 to 1500 psi, and as well as that, we bump the heat up to about 130 degrees.
Awesome. Well, let's see what it does. I'll load the next contestant up, and we will watch it do what it does. Exciting head. Typically, we would use this for the application of Total C, which of course would coat the inner wall of the pipe, which makes it to where grease would not stick in the future, as well as just the final pass. Well, all right, we call this one the bullet. We're going to see if it lives up to its name. We're going to insert the bullet into this pipe, watch it go down the transparent, and it is going to shoot a tail through, and you guys are going to see exactly why we call it the bullet here in a second. You notice we have 2 pumpkins lined up, and I believe it's going to shoot right through the 2. Let's see what it does. We'll fire it up. Got a lot of force on the pullback. I'm gonna let it go. It did go through pumpkin number 2, but doesn't look like pumpkin number 1 is very happy. You want to get a close up here. I'm going to say it completely cleaned that pumpkin.
So guys, can you explain a little bit more about which head you would use for which scenario? For instance, if my bathroom was clogged, which one would you use?
Oh, that's really a no-brainer for me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, that's really a no-brainer. It'd definitely be this one. I'm mean, it's going to send the force, it's going to send all that pressure with the hot water down the drain, and definitely get that blockage cleared,
I would definitely run a lighter PSI.
Oh yeah, 100%,
For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Too much PSI. That's
Right.
definitely
We wouldn't want it coming out the side of a pipe or anything like that. Yeah.
for sure. Or the end of the run clean out for sure. I can see that. That
Yeah.
definitely breaking one of those.
That's definitely. What would your go-to be?
Mine, I like the Rhino head a lot. Only because if there is a clog, it's still going to be able to get it, but it also does that rotation motion. It's going to still clean the pipes out.
And then if I had any kind of like heavy tree root in the line, I feel like a little bit of force with it.
That would be
it
my
should go
go-to.
right through
If
it.
we had a big blockage
Yeah.
and the customer let us know that they had roots before, that's definitely the one I would use.
Yeah, I've had scenarios before the company invested in this equipment here to where I could not run a sewer camera to actually show the customer what was causing the blockage, and that made it to where I was able to.
Absolutely.
And they can make an educated decision off of that. I think no matter what, to be honest with you, I'm probably going to be a little bit weak here. This may not be a hot topic, but I would actually say that my favorite head of all would probably be the light spinning head.
I could agree with that, only for, maintenance purposes. So, of course, after we clear the clog, we'll always try to come back. I'd say, 6 months to a year later. We'll always try to clean out the pipes with this one for sure.
Yeah, and for the application of Total C, I always use that head. Total C is a product that at first I was a little bit skeptical because for me it's like plumber in a bottle. I don't really believe in that. But seeing what Total C has done, especially when it comes to restaurant type environments, laundry mats, and things like that, it is literally cut down to where going from quarterly to where they can get biannually.
Can you explain a little bit what Total C does?
Yeah, so Total C is a probiotic material that essentially, once we completely remove all the residue, it coats the wall of the pipe and makes it impossible for any kind of grease to adhere to the walls of the PVC.
Awesome. Almost like a lubricant, you would say.
Absolutely. Kind of puts the slick back on the PVC, and no more sticking, like a frying pan with a Teflon.
Gotcha.
How often would you recommend using Total C? Like maintenance plans or anything like that?
Yeah, for residential, I would probably do biannually. But for commercial application, I would probably install like a drip system to where at least once a week, some kind of Total C is being introduced into the system itself.
Gotcha.
Great for grease traps too.
I always ask the hard questions. Can you guys use this application in galvanized pipe?
Galvanized, absolutely we can. We can do jetting for galvanized. That'll restore it. That'll buy you a little bit more time. But as you guys would probably agree, anytime there's any kind of galvanized line or even cast iron on a sewer system, there's always going to be a recommendation for a replacement. And the reason for that is because we know sooner or later it is going to fail. And with galvanized or cast iron being in your crawl space or even in your wall, last thing you want is an unexpected leak. Absolutely. You guys agree with that?
I definitely agree.
Any other questions?
Not for me.
Yeah, you guys have anything you'd like to add?
This demonstration was very helpful and useful. I do think, this isn't my favorite, but I would definitely say this is my top two. And I always say this is my top two because this is a good preventative maintenance, not only preventative, but after you've cleaned the pipe, got the blockage out with one of these 3 heads, we would then use this one with the Total C and make sure we clean out the whole entire side of the pipe. And then run our camera afterwards to ensure we've gotten all that debris out and taken care of.
And also I want to say, anybody that's viewing this video, understand that we are plumbers. We are not salespeople. The way we look at our trade, it is our job to inform our customers on exactly what we're doing. We believe that no customer should ever buy anything without completely understanding what exactly it is that they're buying. We're not much on actors, as you guys can see here. We don't have a lot of camera time. But what we do have, though, is we have experience in our trade, and we're always looking forward to have the latest and greatest in technology and advantage that we can deliver to our customers.
Absolutely.
If you like this video, we would encourage that you guys obviously like and subscribe. Not for any kind of purpose or anything like that. Maybe share this video if you know of anybody that's in the Nashville or surrounding area that we think could benefit from this knowledge. and reach out to us, 615-887-1501. We're the plumbers who give a duck. We would love to serve you, your family, your